Hello everyone and welcome back to another Schlib on Switch video. Last year I made a video showing off all these Steelbooks that were released for the Nintendo Switch. And today I got the last one that was released in 2020, so I am making the sequel to that video. So here's all the ones that were previously released. You could check those out in my previous video. I'll leave a link in the description below. And let's look at all the ones released in 2020. I will be showing these off in order that I received them, so some of them might not be in the order they were released. The first one is probably one of the most interesting Steelbooks from the bunch, which is the Lego Steelbook. This launched in January. It was a Best Buy exclusive. And instead of a traditional plastic inside, it has a foam inside that holds 24 carts. This is also the only Steelbook that's not branded for a specific game. Now, EB Games Canada recently had variants of this in blue. They had available in blue, red, and white. The Best Buy one was only available in blue. Unfortunately, I did not manage to get those yet, and since they're not a new Steelbook per se, but rather a variant, I decided to make this video without waiting for them. So that is the first Steelbook from 2020. The next one that arrived is Ghostblade HD from East Asia Soft. This is a very nice Steelbook. Love busy artwork. And there's the inside. Next up, from Limited Run Games, we have Wandersong. Now, some of these games were sold in 2019, but the Steelbooks only shipped in 2020. So that's why we're counting those. So that we have for Wandersong. Next up, which is the first Steelbook from Bandai Namco, we have My Hero 1 Justice 2. So here we have the front, the spine, have the back, and we have the inside. This was an expensive collector edition to get. Next up, we have the first Steelbook from from Super Rare Games, which is World of Goo from the Tomorrow Corporation. I played the demo for this game years back on my Wii. It was fun. I haven't gotten to the Switch version yet. I almost bought the digital one back when the Switch launched, but for some reason I didn't. And I'm glad that Super Rare has given this a physical. Along with another Tomorrow Corporation game, which we'll get to soon. Next up, from another one from Limited Run, is Dark Devotion. This is probably one of my favorite bundles from Limited Run. Just game, Steelbook, soundtrack. Just the way I like it. Have the spine, we have the back, have the inside. Not a lot going on with this Steelbook, but it's a really nice one. For some reason the spine feels a little off on this one. Alright. The connection, whatever. Alright, now the second Steelbook from Super Rare Games, Little Inferno. Second game from Tomorrow Corporation. Another two games from Tomorrow Corporation were released physically on the same cartridge in Japan. So Super Rare is not going to be doing those, so we won't get Steelbooks for the entire Tomorrow Corporation collection, unfortunately. Next up is one of my favorite games from this year, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. This Steelbook was only available in the European Collector Edition and the Australian Collector Edition. I imported the Australian one. I'd rather the CD than the vinyl. I really absolutely freaking love this game. Didn't play it till the Switch version came out, but it's one of my favorites. Love this Steelbook, honestly. Next up is the first Steelbook from Nisa, which is Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I have the emblem on the front. I finally started playing this series. I'm currently playing through the first one on my Vita. And I am looking forward to getting towards this one. I'm going to hopefully play the series throughout the year. Now I actually recognize some of the characters versus when I actually bought this Steelbook. Alright, the next Steelbook is the first Switch Steelbook from Japan. I'm not sure exactly which stories, which is Brigade Line. Limited Run did a release for this game in the US, but they did not include the Steelbook with that. So I imported this. I got it on eBay. It has 2 cartridge slots. I did not get the game from Japan. I only got the Steelbook, and then I have the limited run copy of the game I got a few months later. Alright, next up is another Bandai Namco Steelbook, which is Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions. I imported this from Amazon Spain, I believe it was. This was probably the most I spent on getting a Steelbook. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. Around one of the most. Yeah, I like the Bandai Namco ones. Their collector editions always have interesting figurines. Alright. That is 15 Steelbooks. Oh, sorry, not 15. That's 12 Steelbooks halfway through the 2020 lineup. Unless you, well, we're not counting the Lego, the other colors for the Lego. Alright, next up we have from Limited Run Games, we have Streets of Rage 4. I know a lot of people really like this game. I am not a shmup fan, beat 'em up fan personally, or a shmup fan. So I have not tried this game out. But it definitely is a nice Steelbook, and it was a nice collector edition also, as well. Hey, next up from PM Studios, their first Steelbook, we have Ministry of Broadcast. This was available in the launch edition for the game. Came bundled with a Steelbook. Was available at all retailers. And we got some quotes there. I've heard good things about this game. I have not had a chance to play it yet. Alright, next up we have the first Steelbook I've gotten from Korea. It was fun, I guess, getting Steelbooks from Korea. Xenoblade Chronicles Infinitive Edition again. I know we have the one shown off previously, but I'm showing this in the order that I got them. This was not available at launch for the game. This was available a few months later. I really, really, really like this Steelbook. It's nicer than the one that came in the collector edition. And in the back we have for the Future Connected storyline. We have the inside. We have the Monado. Just to show off together, we have these two, and we have the backs. So that was the first Steelbook I got from the Korean ones. Alright, next up, one of my favorite gaming series and characters is Shantae. This is from Limited Run for Shantae and the 7 Sirens, the 5th game in the series. Really nice Steelbook. I'm really looking forward to getting the Steelbooks for the first 4 games in the series in the coming year. I'm really happy that Limited Run is doing those. And besides for printing Switch versions of the first 2 games, they also had Steelbooks available standalone for the first 2 games, which already had physicals, one through Limited Run and one retail through Xseed. Alright, the next Steelbook is the first one from Strictly Limited Games, their partner store to be precise, which is Crosscode. This is the second one they sold, but the first one has not shipped yet, which was for Murakami. I don't even know how to pronounce that properly. Pretty plain inside. I've heard good things about this game. I have not had a chance to play it yet. Alright, next up is the only Steelbook currently for a game I don't own. When I made the video last year, I had Steelbooks for games I didn't own then, but I got those games since. Now, another one from Korea, which is Animal Crossing. It's funny, the Xenoblade one from Korea, I had to buy with the game again. This one I found on its own without the game. even though I didn't have this game yet. Really nice Steelbook for Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is the second Steelbook I got from Korea, and it is the third one that was made available. Alright, next up is kind of a double feature, which is Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast and Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. These were two separate releases from Limited Run Games, and they're two different collector editions, but they sold and shipped at the same time. So first we have the Jedi Knight Jedi Outcast, and then we have the Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. Alright, next up we have Monster Prom Xxl from Super Rare Games. It's a really nice Steelbook. I have not had a chance to play the game yet, but it's on my short list. If any games here that I have not played yet, this will probably be the next one from this list. Alright, I really love the Super Rare releases. Next up is one of the funnest Steelbooks from this year, Buried Stars. This was the first South Korean exclusive Steelbook, and as any Steelbook collector will know, this was a fun one to get. Thank you so much again to the guy that helped me get this. I did not get the collector edition for the game, I just have the game in the Steelbook. I know it came with a magnet to pin on top of the Steelbook to change the picture. I did not get that either. That was, besides for the collector edition, some of the ones that were sold standalone came with that magnet. I did not get that magnet, unfortunately. I'm just really happy to have had the Steelbook. And last up, the last Steelbook that released in 2020, just arrived today, that's why I'm making the video, is Immortals Phoenix Rising from Ubisoft. This Steelbook was available in Europe and from PlayAsia. I ordered it from PlayAsia. And it took a while to get here. Really nice Steelbook. Really looking forward to playing this game. Let's open it up. We have the inside. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly which stores in Europe it was available in, but there are two sources for it. Alright, that is all the Steelbooks released in 2020, besides for the two alternate Lego ones. We have one of them at least. If I get those two in the coming year, I will include them in the video for next year. But we have 22 Steelbooks here. It was a nice year. And yep, thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share, etc. And have a great day. I'll see you next year with my next Steelbook video. Thank you. Bye.